like to do. As I
Ain't
got
nothing wrong with
older,
that.
I ended up going in this little gospel group, and I did that for a minute.
Real. Go on, get them a shout out real quick, man. Give your old group a shout out.
I want to shout out to Malcolm Cooper and the Soulful Voices.
All right.
I think they still got a group. I don't
Right.
know,
Shout out
but
Malcolm Cooper and Soulful Voices if y'all still together. Y'all produced a great talent here, man. Great talent. All right, Pat. What you got, man?
What was the question again?
All right, well, that was a very
No, I'm just
thoughtful
joking.
answer
I'm
by
just joking. I'm just
PSD.
joking.
Nah.
But honestly, man, I've been into music as far as I can remember since I was a little lad.
Mm-hmm.
I remember actually getting in the choir in middle school. It was a class I had to take and ended up joining the choir. Of course, when I was a tad bit younger than that, I was put in the choir at church and just kind of went from there. But for me, what really made it click, honestly, was like just understanding how many of the family was actually involved in music, whether it was DJing, rapping, stage production, and all of that. And I think that's what really like shocked and awed me and drew me in. And it's funny enough, when I got in high school, I actually started freestyling, and that was it. Just freestyle with some of the guys and kept doing it. And I was a lot better at it then than I am now as far as freestyling. But I'd rather write it down, and I feel like I got something good for you.
Right.
And from there, it just took off. Having brothers that do music, having pops that's involved in music, and cousins and sisters and aunts and all that. Man, it's like I'm surrounded by music. So hey, I'm a jump in the family business too, man.
All right, well, jumping back to First Lady. What is your primary style of music?
my primary style is R&B.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's gonna always be the number one because I used to think I was a young Alicia
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. PSD.
My primary style is gonna be rap. It's always gonna be rap. I do like R&B. I like a lot of types of music, but it's gonna definitely be rap. That's why I feel like I'm most comfortable, most in my zone. So it's gonna be
Okay, so
definitely,
rap pretty much primarily. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What and jumping back over here, what is your favorite era of music? Like what era of music do you listen to the most? Is it current, 2000, 2010? Like what's your era for music? For your R&B?
I would say it's between the 80s and the 90s.
80s and the 90s. That was a good time for R&B. That was actually a great time for
Right.
R&B. It was popping.
A lot of kids made,
What? A lot.
Those songs used to get me in
Mm,
trouble. They
what?
singing, don't even know what you're talking about,
Right.
but
I
I'm
mean,
vibing.
but even now, like knowing what they were talking about, you like, oh shit, yeah, they were coming with it. So
Right.
they was with it. So same thing for you. What's your era? Because you said rap. So what's your era of
Well,
rap?
I'm a '90s kid, middle of the summer '89 when I came in and I heard all of the great '90s music, man, from Outkast to Bone Thugs to LL when he was spitting big pop, you name it, man. Even some of the early Tech Nine, man, man, that '90s, like nothing is touching the '90s. I like some of the music that came out in the 2000s, some music that's out now, but ain't nothing touching the '90s, man. It's just how it is.
So do you wish, like, going back to you? Do you wish that your particular style of music, excuse me, that style, but the generation you said, would you wish that style would come back, or would you just like to keep it where it is so you can hold on to those golden memories?
I would like for it to come back, but in the new generation way.
Okay. Okay. I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can always, you know how when you listen to a track, they got the old track, but they put a little flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
Right.
Cause I don't know, it's just it's something about it. I can't explain it right now, but that's what I want. And I think a lot of us will like it too. Like,
I think
okay,
so too.
I know this, my grandma, mama, whoever, they used to listen to this.
Yeah.
But it also got like a beat that
Right.
I can ride to, like, okay, this fine. I want to listen to it back then,
Right.
but
But now,
now it's like,
yeah,
yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Well, to piggyback off First Lady, man, it'll be a little bit of both, just because you still hear that with certain artists. You can hear Logic do that. He do the boom bap music,
Yeah, he
so you
does. He
you can
does.
hear when he do certain things like that. I would say blended. If you heard Will Smith when he jumped on John Lucas' Will
Mm-hmm.
remix, and you heard him, now you know Will killed it in the '90s, man. But to hear him in his style of music on something newer and modern, man, it's crazy
Yeah,
to hear
that was
that.
good.
They ain't lost a
Collab.
step, man. They ain't lose no step. So it really never left. It's like, the artists that still do the music like that, they're just more lyrical. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just evolved, honestly. But to just see it kind of blend and mesh a little bit together, I think that'll be pretty cool. And I think it's starting to, lyrical rap in general is starting to make more of its return back into the forefront.
It actually is when you see people like the Locks and DMX,
Yeah,
releasing
yeah,
music again,
yeah.
and it's good music.
They
You like,
stay they
oh
stay true to
man,
themselves,
yeah,
man.
DMX still got that energy that we all know him for, and the
Exactly.
Locks, they all like they all spitters for real. So
Oh yeah, oh
they
yeah.
all came with that same flavor. Like you said, it's slowly starting to get back to where the content is a little bit better. You
Yeah.
know, excuse me. When you have the OGs that's coming out putting out music like that, they're not out there to raise the standard or set the standard because they are the standard. You know what I'm saying? So they're not out there to do that. They just out there to remind us of the origins of hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What it used to be when most of us who listen to hip hop, what we consider to be the best time of hip hop. And that's what they're doing. They're reminding us of that. The style that's out now, listen, these are the kids' style. It just is what it is. It's not our style. So like I told you in the last interview, I don't hate on it. I do it in my personal time. Like when I'm at the house. In public, I don't have no opinion on it. Because I'm not hating on nobody because this is their moment. Let them shine, let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when the '90s was out, the people in the '80s didn't like the '90s music. 2000 didn't like the people. You see what I'm saying? In the '90s, so it's like every generation, you ain't gonna get it, you don't understand it. So I don't hate on it. Just is what it is. I'm kind of like you said earlier, boom bap style, '90s lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, content. Behind it. That's me all the way. That's what I do. I try to convert a little bit and make it more modern to what they're doing today, but I'm not gonna compromise. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm compromising my integrity on my sound, on my content. I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to make it more modern. I don't want somebody to hear a track and be like, oh, he's stuck. He's stuck in the '90s. Like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the difference between the '90s sound and today's sound in R&B and in rap is that they made complete songs back then.
Right.
That's what it was. It was whole songs. It wasn't a lot of the ad libs because now the songs are driven by ad libs and hooks. You know what I'm saying? And it's very little. That's why the verses don't be 16 bars no more. You know what I'm saying? It's shorter because a lot.
That'd be like 48 bars, hook, 48 bars, hook,
Right.
go off.
Right, exactly, because they can't make a complete song anymore. So it's not the same, you know what I'm saying? So now I would definitely like to see that come back, you know what I'm saying, to where artists are more aware. It's like now people are becoming rappers just for the money. Like SoundCloud got all these dudes, like, let me just jump on SoundCloud and drop some and make this money, and then that's it. Like, I really wish they would learn their craft a little bit better so that you can make a better product.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Like, when you make a better product, you inevitably make a better rapper because if MC Joe Blow drop a fire-ass album, now MC Bubblegum want to make his album better than MC Joe Blow. You see what I'm saying? So you done made him up his standard. So every time you do that, the standard becomes a little bit higher and a little bit higher. But if you got a trash-ass rapper making money, now the next person think, shit, he trash. I can be trash too and make money.
Right.
So now you're not raising the standard at all. At all. You know what I'm saying?
But that's because this generation don't make music with feeling.
Right. Well,
back then they had feeling in their music.
They damn sure did.
They had a lot to talk about.
Yep.
I got more to talk about, less of a hook.
Right.
Now,
Yep.
It's like, I'm not going to say every artist, but half of them, they perpetrate a life that they don't live or they never been through.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
It's basically like, I got very little to say, but I got the hype to come behind it.
That's it right
why
there.
it's selling.
Yep.
But back then, it was a lot of feeling. I'm telling you what I went through.
Yep.
I'm telling you how I'm feeling. So I'm giving you everything that I'm feeling as more as a diary than anything.
Yep.
But I'ma still add just a small hook that'll catch your attention.
Yeah.
But I got a lot to talk about.
Right. And I think that's the difference in a lot of the artists that stay and the ones that don't. Like even now today, you know what artists are gonna be around. Like we don't have to name them. It's only a handful of these rappers that's out right now that's gonna be out in the next 5 years. Handful, because of what you just said. They're not making content. They're not saying anything. So it's like, yeah, the hook is okay. The beat will be fire. You know what I'm saying? The production always gonna be fire. but ain't nothing else about this song good. Like, okay, prime example. What was the number one song last summer? Exactly. We don't know. But I bet you we all know DMX. You see what I'm saying? Party Up Anthem. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was a real song. That was a song that's going to stick around. Or Eminem Stand. Or, you see what I'm saying? Jay-Z Hard Knock Life. These are songs with staying power. Like you said, talk to your emotion. And I just picked them songs out of my head. We can go down the list, you know what I'm saying, of 101 songs. But a lot of these rappers today, like you said, are just picking the beat, talking about girls and drugs.
You know what was the number one song of the summer? Probably Beyonce song. I say that. Because you'll remember, hey, Beyonce dropped that I Love, that song right there. You ain't remember some of that rap. You're going to remember Beyonce when Beyonce come out. Best believe you're going to feel that.
You know, and what's funny that you talking about Beyonce, let's jump on the ladies real quick before we take another break. And I'm going to be honest with what I'm about to say. I would rather hear the women rap nowadays than the men. And I'm not lying.
That's true.
Because Meg Thee Stallion is killing the game lyrically. Yeah. She can rap. Cardi B is killing her.
Oh, yeah.
What's the other girl? I think her name was Rhapsody. She's killing her.
Who's better of the two?
Of the two, I think Meg can out rap her lyrically. But I think it won't be easy. Cardi B can rap too, but I think just the fact that Meg used to be rapping with Wale and all them in that camp, you know what I'm saying? She kind of got a little, you know what I'm saying, just a little leg up, but not much. But they both rap about the same content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess you would have to hear them when they rap about other content other than sex and stuff. But they both made songs like that did really well. Like Cardi B got 2 or 3 songs with Bruno Mars that went number 1, but she didn't talk about sex.
I mean, that's Bruno Mars though, man.
I mean, but still, I mean, she held her own on Bruno Mars track.
I'm just saying, that's Bruno Mars. Like when you, it's certain people, man, that when you do certain songs, it's just like when I think it was Meg when she got the honors done on her song by Beyonce. It's just kind of like, man, you got to bring that extra energy, you know what I'm saying? When they do songs with each other, they, you know, challenge each other and stuff.
But in that one, it was kind of different because Beyonce jumped on her track.
That's true.
So it's not like she was actually in the studio with him. But, you know what I'm saying?
You know, that's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course.
Out.
But see, when you, once again, those 2 female rappers are the 2 that's at the top of the game.
Most definitely.
I think both of them, in my opinion, are better than Nicki Minaj. Hey, we're going to take a break real quick, man. We're going to come back in a little bit, man. Let's go and play another song for y'all.
This motherfucker,
yeah, the thing
I swear to God, this bitch think I record every day, all day, so this bitch, she stayed making noise. This bitch didn't want to crunk up a fucking 4-wheeler. Dude, work. Yeah. This motherfucker, I want to go put Tootsie Rolls in that motherfucker.
He said put some Tootsie Rolls in there.
Put Tootsie Rolls in that shit, bro. So when he